Hi, my name is Andrew Wilson. I'm a lifelong resident of North Woodstock, and a few years back I did a research project on the history of the Gordon Pond Railroad, one of the old logging railroads of the area. In the late 1800s, the White Mountains saw the creation of a number of logging railroads as a means to harvest the virgin timber along the mountainsides. These tracks weren't built to the industrial standard they are today. Most were built with the expectation of being torn up after the timber was gone. Many were built up steep grades, requiring special geared locomotives. Clark's Trading Post and the White Mountain Central Railroad have saved and restored some of these old locomotives. The Lincoln Woodstock area saw a number of these railroads appear, including the Woodstock and Thornton Gore Railroad, the Gordon Pond Railroad, and the famous East Branch and Lincoln Railroad. All of these interchanged with the Boston and Maine Railroad, the same rails used today by the Hobo Railroad. The Woodstock and Thornton Gore Railroad traveled from Lower Woodstock in the direction of Tripoli Road towards East Pond. The Gordon Pond Railroad traveled from Lincoln to North Lincoln and then up to Upper Lost River Valley, and the East Branch and Lincoln traveled deep into the Pemmy Wilderness. The East Branch and Lincoln is viewed as the largest logging railroad in New England, built by the famous J.E. Henry. After logging in the Zeeland Valley, J.E. Henry set his focus on Lincoln, fueling the town's economy. He built housing, stores, and provided jobs for many as they moved into town. Although the last train rolled out of the Pemmy in 1948, many of the trails out of Lincoln Woods Trailhead and those in the Pemmy Wilderness follow old railroad beds and still have artifacts. There were almost no environmental standards at the time, and it was Henry's clear-cutting that prompted legislation such as the Weeks Act. As crude as some of his practices might have been, he and his railroad built much of the town as we know it today. If you're interested in learning more, check out the Historical Society and read Logging Railroads Along the Pemigewasset River by Bill Gove and East Branch and Lincoln Railroad by Aaron Paul Donovan. They are both excellent resources. You could also consider making a donation to the Historical Society to ensure continued support of these railroads for years to come.